Hi everyone. Last week I came across a picture of the ICUA when it was first labeled the Crown Unit. It was about a year ago, and it was like a huddle happening between physicians and nurses and techs, and kind of going through what to expect for the day. And it really brought back a lot of memories about the last year, how far we've come, how tough it's been. It's been a very tough year, but also really made me think about a lot of the support that we've received over the last year. And so it kind of created a list I wanted to share with you. And I have been working for Methodist for about 3 years now, and came from another system, and have just been really impressed with the support that Methodist as a system has provided us. Now, there were definitely times where we struggled and we needed more, but I don't ever feel that it was because Methodist wasn't trying to get it for us. So they helped us. We needed to work a ton of overtime to get these patients taken care of, and they provided bonuses, our COVID bonus in the beginning for working with COVID patients. We were fortunate to get a high vacancy bonus in our departments. He supplied a surprise appreciation bonus for all employees across the system and paid out our full team share bonus. And for about 6 weeks, they paid us double time instead of time and a half for any overtime worked, and also removed our PTO caps so that people wouldn't max out with that. And so just really appreciate the bonuses that we received to kind of help us through the last year. But another thing I feel really proud of is that this sounds funny, but because of how busy we were, but over the last year, no one lost employment from Methodist. And kind of why that's impressive is because even though ICU, ER, we were extremely busy in these departments, there were a lot of departments that actually were not. They almost had to shut down because we shut down all elective procedures, all of that kind of thing. So very proud to work for a system that was able to find ways for those other employees to help us out. And we had a lot of those helpers come and work with us. Techs floated to work with us. We had nurses from PACU and the OR come and work with us, and it was just so appreciated, and they have been such good friends to us, and I'm just so proud of that. Methodist also purchased a lot of extra supplies. We were getting ready to have to maybe open up our dialysis unit for ICU patients, med day area for ICU patients, and I'm so thankful that it stopped there, but we were getting ready for it. And so just to purchase all of the equipment and supplies to be able to do that, we've been able to use a lot of that extra equipment in our areas now. They purchased PAPRs and supplies and tons of wound care supplies for us. And one thing that happened early on that I'll never forget is we were trying to ensure that our nurses didn't need to stay in rooms of COVID patients too long. We were trying to limit the amount of time that people were in rooms. And so we always had this capital request out for a Lucas compression device. And when the pandemic started, I asked Nora, our CNO, is there any chance that we could just go ahead and buy that now? And she said, yes, absolutely, buy it and put a rush on it. So we got our Lucas device, which is many thousands of dollars for that device. So just lots of support in the form of whatever we needed, go ahead and purchase it. And that also came, I think, in the agency nurses that we had come and work with us. So again, no shortage. The only shortage that we experienced of having contract help come in was because of what was available out there. So lots of support. They said unlimited, get what you need. And another group working on the back end that I want everybody to kind of think about is our NEPD department and administration, all of the extra work that they've done also in helping us to get those agency nurses onboarded so quickly so they could come and work with us and help us during the height of COVID. And one person I really want to highlight too is Pamela, how much work she has done to help us get these agency nurses in, and you know, just kind of help us get people here as quickly as possible. Thank you to them. Our materials department worked so hard to make sure that our PPE was available, even though it was, you know, it was difficult. And so, yes, we had to sometimes find ways to stretch out our PPE, but I'm so thankful that we didn't run out of N95 masks, gowns, gloves. All of those things were being talked about that it could happen, and what a scary feeling to maybe not have enough masks. But I'm so thankful for how hard our materials department worked to be creative and get things from different sources. Our hospital also provided scrubs. I know that was greatly appreciated. We didn't know what we were working with quite in the beginning, and so I think people really appreciated having the ability to leave those dirty scrubs behind and not be less likely to take something home to our family. And then our kitchen provided food, breakfast, lunch, dinner for our nurses working down in the Crown unit. So really incredible that everybody worked together to kind of get us through that last year. Our system was also the first system to vaccinate our employees for COVID. So I can remember watching the video of it was a housekeeper from Dallas who got the first shot, and I was just so proud. I know when I went to get my vaccine that I was kind of tearful a little bit. We also had just our community and our chaplains come by and check on us frequently and provide support in the form of our, having little prayer vigils, providing tons of food from the community. Got to the point where we had to almost find somebody to just be dedicated to allocate food. And then our chaplains, even though they're working way harder than they ever had to before because of the number of patients who are experiencing end of life in our units, they're also checking on us. And they sometimes, they're purposeful about coming by and checking on people who they know are having tough days also. So we really appreciate them. And again, I want to mention our NEPD department and Pamela specifically. So many health systems canceled their residencies over the last year, but Methodist didn't. I think it was so important. We needed those team members to come on and work with us, and Pamela worked so hard with our residencies to ensure that they were still going, and that our nurse residents who were learning how to be nurses during the worst time, that they were supported. And we also kept students coming to our hospital, which I think was a good, it's good for our profession. We needed to do that. Our team really came up with some amazing, innovative ideas. Patty became kind of our proning expert. She found what some other hospitals were doing, came back with ideas like proning the patient and bringing them up closer up to the head of the bed and resting their head on a side table to try to relieve some of the pressure on their face. Someone came up with a great idea using inner tubes for patients with bigger bellies. Alicia created a manual proning checklist for us that kind of made manual proning a little bit easier. We had that kit, the proning kit. I'm not sure anymore who, but someone came up with a great idea in the very beginning, bringing the pumps outside of the room to avoid having to go in the room just to hang another bag of fluid or something. Came up with a PVC contraption that we put a bag over in the beginning for intubating and bronching patients, even though ended up kind of not using that too much after all, but it was in the beginning, it was something that helped us feel a little safer. Recently, Megan created our bingo, rough shift bingo board as like, you know, to kind of help boost some morale around in the unit. Very much appreciated. And our clinical team leads advocated for us and created a proposal that we keep our Arctic Sun patients one-to-one for the first 4 hours because they're very busy, and so it was obvious we needed to make that change. And lots of other great innovative ideas that I'm just kind of it's not coming to mind right now. Also, over the last year, some of the awards that our team has won, despite everything that's been going on, just the amazing hard work. We've won multiple unit HCAHPS awards, patient experience. Hard to believe that after everything, we were able to maintain our patient experience scores at the 86th percentile. It's just unreal. After everything that our patients have been through, everything that their families have been through, they just rave about the care that they received in our units. Alicia and Brooks won. Alicia won the COVID Hero Award. Brooks is one of our DFW Great 100s. We're so proud of her. Mike Bush is going to be in D Magazine, so be on the lookout for that, Dallas Magazine, for Nursing Award. Jay won our Clinical Nurse of the Year last year, and Megan won a Great Award. Vanjie, awesome, won our Rose Award, and Mike Bush and Megan both won Daisy Awards also. And then something I want to let you know about now is that our team has just won another award, the American Nurse All-Pro Nursing Team Award, and we will be featured in American Nurse Magazine. Everyone's picture will be in there, so something to be on the lookout for. You should receive one, hopefully mailed to your home, but we'll have some around here too, so to be on the lookout. So thanks for listening. I know this is a long video, but it was important to me that I remember some of the positive things that happened last year. I think we're all a stronger team and stronger nurses and secretaries as a result of what we've been through last year. But, you know, we couldn't have done it without all of us together, without the support of each other and our friends from our other departments. So thank you for listening to me, and I know there's a lot of things that I am missing on my list because there's thousands of wonderful things that have happened around here, even during the tough times. Thanks, everyone. I'm so proud of all of you.